On a quiet night in Ahmedabad, a routine flight turned into a nightmare. What was supposed to be a safe journey aboard an Air India 787-8 became a descent into chaos, horror, and death. This is the story of the night that cleaved my life into before and after. August 28, 2025. It felt like any other Thursday. Nothing about it warned of the horror to come. We boarded. The ritual was familiar. The cabin was a sanctuary, a bubble of manufactured calm. I found my seat, 24A, perfect. Before the world ended, I decided to capture the moment. Small, beautiful moments. People laughing, kids coloring, quiet love. My dad gave me a goofy wave. I giggled and waved back. The phone was a time capsule. Students, families, business travelers, tourists, each with a story. The flight attendants were calm, practiced, and reassuring. The engines spooled up, the world shrank below. My last conscious thought was of London. Cool air, adventures ahead. I stopped recording. The video was a snapshot of normalcy. Whole, alive, unaware. It was the calm before the storm, a silence that would soon be shattered. Sleep was close. I felt the world settle. And then, everything changed. The first sign was a jolt. It was not turbulence, it was something else. The engine's drone became a strained, guttural roar. A series of loud bangs from the right side, like cannons at my ear. The cabin lights flickered wildly. Panic ignited instantly, a wildfire. People shouted in Hindi, in Gujarati, in English. Fear has a universal language. An orange glow flickered from the right engine. It was on fire. Bags rained down. A laptop bag struck the man across the aisle.
Stay in your seats. Fasten your seatbelts.
Brace, brace, brace for impact. We were falling. The ground was waiting. Time stretched. Seconds felt like hours. My entire life flashed before my eyes, metal on metal, a grinding, screeching sound that did not belong in the sky. The quiet cabin erupted into a cacophony of screams. The impact was not one sound, but 1,000. A grinding explosion of metal and earth. The world shattered. The lights went out for good. Darkness swallowed us. And then, fire. Flash flames licking into the aisle. A section of the plane ripped open just a few rows ahead of me, the air filled with the acrid smell of burning plastic and jet fuel. I was alive. The realization hit like a physical blow. My left leg, trapped, searing with pain. Aisles blocked. Exits engulfed. No easy way out. There was no time for grief. Survival instinct took over. I saw an opening. My only chance. I passed people who were not moving. I tried not to look. My focus was singular. The whole, live. My body acted before my mind could catch up. I twisted and pulled. There was a sickening crack, and my leg came free. Pain shot up my thigh, white hot and blinding. I was on my feet, or a clumsy, stumbling crouch at best. My injured leg screamed with every step. I cut my palm on sharp metal. I barely felt it. My focus was singular, the light beyond the torn fuselage. I saw motionless bodies. I had to keep moving. I scrambled the last few feet, my hands raw and bleeding. I could see the stars. Fresh air ahead. It might as well have been 100 feet. Stay or jump. I jumped. I landed hard. My leg buckled. I lay on the cool, damp earth and finally breathed clean air. The broken carcass of the 787 burned against the night. Flames poured like lava. Small explosions punctuated the roar. It was the sweetest air I had ever tasted. I scrambled away from the immediate inferno and collapsed.
We're going to get you some help. You're safe now.
I couldn't answer. My legs were a collection of aches. My mom, my dad, their seats were gone. The truth was a black hole in my chest. Survivors scattered across the grass like ghosts. Paramedics moved person to person, urgent and efficient. Safe. How could I feel safe again? They placed a rough blanket around my shoulders. I shivered. I was a survivor and a ghost, left to wander a world that no longer felt like my own. I had survived, but at a cost. The runway was a scene from a war movie. Chaos, but strangely quiet. Survivors stumbled across the grass like ghosts. No sign of the little girl with the coloring book.
We crashed. He said it with an eerie calm. We crashed.
Firefighters attacked the blaze with white foam. Paramedics moved with kindness and professionalism.
Can you tell me your name? I couldn't speak. I pointed to my leg.
I was one of 78 survivors. Over 100 did not make it, including my parents. The life I knew had been incinerated in that wreckage. We were a collection of broken people united by shared trauma. The world wanted to know what happened. Why me? There is no answer. We remember. We light candles for those who never left the plane. My physical wounds began to heal. The cuts faded to scars, the leg set in a cast. We are a family now. We check in. We help each other carry the weight. The crash took everything. But it gave me a second life, a life forged in fire and smoke. I will carry their memory with gratitude and love. I no longer take ordinary moments for granted. The sun on my face, the breath of clean air, these are miracles. For every day I am lucky to be alive, I will live for them.